Welcome back to TV5 News at 9. It is time now for Aging in Style with McLaren. Joining us this morning is Dr. Daniel Lee. Thank you so much for calling in with us today, Doctor.
Good morning. My pleasure.
Good morning. Okay, so today we're talking about blood pressure. Can you tell us, first of all, what is blood pressure?
Sure. What the blood pressure is the force that the heart generates against the vessel walls. So when the heart contracts, what we call systole is the highest force that the heart generates, and that's the highest number, typically used to hearing that number 120 as the top number. Then when the heart relaxes, the force against the vessel walls is called the diastolic pressure. So it's a little bit lower. So the number, again, that you're used to hearing is 80. So the typical blood pressure is 120 over 80.
Now, doctor, why is having a healthy blood pressure so important to everyone?
Sure. Blood pressure management is extremely important. So as I've discussed blood pressure, what is blood pressure? Again, it's the force against the vessel walls. Well, if you can imagine, for instance, if your blood pressure is 200 over 100, well, the heart generates blood to every part of the body. So if you have high blood pressure penetrating to your brain, you could literally have a stroke. High blood pressure destroys the eyes. High blood pressure puts people on dialysis from kidney failure. And high blood pressure can actually cause aneurysms in the belly. So high blood pressure is basically a systemic process that causes a lot of disease entities.
Now, doctor, what is a healthy range when it comes to blood pressure?
Sure. Ideally, we look for a blood pressure of 120 over 80. Most recently, in 2017, however, the recommended blood pressure was 140 or less. Well, we've adjusted those new blood pressure requirements to now 130 or less. And this is based on guidelines. And what guidelines is a bunch of experts that get together, look at all the data, and make recommendations based on data. And shifting our blood pressure from 140 to 130 will, by data, reduce heart attacks by 30%, stroke by 30%, and death about 20%. So it's really important to shift your blood pressure now to 130 or less.
Okay, now the big question is now, doctor, what is the first step in controlling our blood pressure? What can we do?
Sure. Well, I think the first important step is, hey, do I really have high blood pressure? Are you taking your blood pressure appropriately? So make sure you're sitting down, your feet flat, your back against the chair, and then that your arm at heart length. And please make sure that you use an arm cuff, not a wrist cuff. The wrist cuff are very inaccurate. Then I would recommend with your blood pressure machine that you bring it to the doctor's office to make sure it's calibrated. Okay? So we always try lifestyle management first. So if you are truly hypertensive, we want to try changing your diet. Make sure you're not having more than 3 grams of salt, less than 2 drinks a day. And the big thing is exercise and weight loss. We recommend 150 minutes of exercise a week. And then after we try those so-called lifestyle measures, if your blood pressure is still greater than 140, that's when we'll add medications.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you so much, doctor, for joining us today with this valuable information. We appreciate you calling in.
My pleasure. Have a good day.
You as well. And for more information, you can check out the Aging in Style page. That's on WNEM.com.